Hello again, pizza enthusiasts. This is Rich Leonard, your friendly pizza whisperer. So we've made some dough, showed you the tools of the trade. Before we actually start rolling out some dough and making some pizza, let's make some simple red sauce. I don't like a whole lot of herbs. I'm simple. I just like a heck of a lot of garlic. Now this is a recipe. I'll show you exactly how I do it, but tinker with it. You may like a little more garlic. You're pretty crazy if you do because we're going to put a ton of it in here. Or you might like less, so tinker around, but I'll show you how I make it. This stuff is good for pizza sauce for sure, especially that New York style. If you like that just tomatoey, really garlicky stuff, not too many herbs. But it's great on spaghetti. You can easily turn it into a bolognese, so it makes a great base for a lot of other type of red sauces. So let's get into it. Let's prepare first and get our ingredients ready. Shallots. Garlic. All right, we have our ingredients prepped. I'll put the recipe in the comment section here. We're going to make our simple red sauce. So we're going to turn the heat up to about medium low. We're going to give it about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Maybe 3. We'll see what we got. I think that's about 2. All right, as that's warming up, we're going to coat our heart-shaped bowl here. Salt, half teaspoon or so. Pepper, half teaspoon, maybe a little closer to a full teaspoon. All right, and then we'll use that as a starting point, and then we'll season to taste. Now, I don't like a whole heck of a lot of herbs in my pizza sauce, but we're going to give it a little bit of this. Oops, I got the wrong herb there anyway. Herbes de Provence. So we'll get that there while we're waiting. All right, here we go. Here's the stuff. Herbes from Provence. We're going to give this maybe just a half a teaspoon or so, right? I don't like a heck of a lot, but that gives it a little bit of extra razzle dazzle. All right, so we'll get our olive oil heating up here a little bit, and we're going to dump in all that garlic and shallots we minced up here. It's probably around a good full 2 tablespoons of garlic and probably a little closer to 3 on the shallots. Right, we're just going to let that begin to caramelize. You're going to want to see it. I mean, it's chopped up, so it's already a little translucent, but probably 3, 4, 5 minutes around there. Bring that up a little closer to medium. We're just going to stir that enough so it doesn't really brown. Let's give that a little extra olive oil. All right, that oil is really going to soak up the flavor from the garlic, the shallots, the salt, the pepper, the herbs. We'll let that soften up, break down a little bit. Just keep it from burning. But we don't want to go too hot. We want it to kind of take its time, let that oil really soak up the flavors. Now we're going to deglaze this in a minute. I like chicken stock, right? Just because it gives a little extra flavor, a little saltier maybe. If you don't want to go that route, maybe you're vegetarian, maybe it just doesn't sound good to you, you can substitute that with like a white wine or even a red wine. Red sauce, red wine goes well together. I don't really like it at this phase. I would deglaze with a white wine, and then if you want that red wine flavor, maybe put it after you get your tomato in there. There we go. Now we're coming up. Looking good. All right, so let's get some chicken stock ready. Oh, this is going to make your whole house smell good. The Mariners should eat this stuff every day. They'll win the World Series for sure. That's going to happen anyway this year. I've already got my DraftKings wager on it. My son turned 21 this summer, took him out to the casino, and while I was there, I thought, hey, let's buy a future on Geno Smith to win Comeback Player of the Year. And what do you know, it hit. It was only a $25 bet, paid out about $87, and went back to the casino. Let that ride on the Mariners to win it all. So let's go, Ems. You're going to give me like a little over $2,000, I think, on that original $25 bet if you hit. I mean, when you hit. All right, we're looking good. Things starting to get translucent. Oh, man, the aromas are taking over. I'm going to have family members coming down telling me how good it smells soon, probably. All right. That's about right. We're going to start getting too hot here before too long, so we're going to add in a little bit of chicken stock. Maybe let it go a few times, because again, we want it to take a little minute before we get the tomato sauce in there to really soak up the flavors. Now, just like the olive oil, this chicken stock, we're going to let that reduce a little bit, really get concentrated flavor in there. Okay. So we'll let that simmer a little bit. Minute or two should go. I'll give it a little more. Just again, we're going to reduce that. So we're going to have about maybe 2/3 of the liquid content that's in there right now before we put our tomato in. All right, tomato, go with your favorite, whatever you use. Sometimes, I mean, even the Costco brand stuff, the smaller cans we use. I'm going to go a little step up here with the Cento tomato puree. Good stuff. I've used it before. It's probably my favorite tomato. But again, like, just get whatever you use. You're probably going to be good. Once you get enough garlic and onion and all that sort of good stuff in there, just about any good tomato sauce will do. All right, that has been about 5 minutes, and this is just good, highly concentrated flavor in there. So let's get our tomato puree in there. Right, heart-shaped bowl, you should have one of these little heart spatulas, I suppose. All right, so let's get all that goodness out there. All right, and from this point, not a whole lot to do, but we're just going to reduce, right? We're going to maybe go take about 1/4 of the water out of here. If you don't reduce it, you're still going to have great flavor, but what's going to happen is you're going to bake your pizza, and that water's then going to reduce while the pizza's cooking, and you're going to have a lot of water on top of your pizza. So let this go. Maybe we're going to turn down the heat a little bit down to like medium low to low, and we're just going to let that go for maybe another 20 minutes to half an hour until, like I said, about 1/4 of that water evaporates out of here, and we just end up with a more concentrated, delicious, nutritious red sauce for pizza, or again, throw this on pasta, use it as a base for, shoot, anything. Cacciatore, bolognese, all sorts of good red sauces, right? There we go. Okay, so that's about it. There's not much more to it than, give this a stir every 5 minutes or so. Just the onions, the shallots. Uh-oh. Sounds like Wagner is protecting the pizza. Anyway, so we're going to let this go 20 or 30 minutes, low heat. Just let that water slowly evaporate out. We'll let it cool, and then we'll make some pizza. Alrighty, that's been about 20, 30 minutes. We've been stirring in about every 5 minutes or so. And you can see that steam pouring right out of there. That's what you want to see. You want to see that water evaporate, and that'll thicken up your sauce. It'll keep the water from showing up on your pizza when you're done there. All right, so that's about it. That's all you're looking for. You can tell, you see that starting line? It's reduced down about half an inch or so, and that's what you're looking for. That's just kind of your evidence that the water has evaporated and your sauce is thickened up there. That's good. All we need to do with this stuff is let it cool down before we put it on the pizza. So let's let that happen and come on back. We're going to make a real man pizza to start out with.